what do you hear, what do you say, my Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, your sister's ass, the Pony Express, Vic Dibitetto here. You know, lately, I've been thinking about the whole sports teams and Native Americans issues. I feel badly for everyone, the Native Americans and the fans of the teams. But I think I came up with an idea so that all these pro sports teams don't have to change their names and they won't be offensive to Native Americans. I'm pretty excited about it. I've been giving this a lot of thought lately because it really bothers me that the Washington football team has to call themselves the Washington football team. It just feels incomplete. You know, it's like there's something missing. Like the fans need to have a name to call them. Most other teams in all of sports have a name that isn't offensive to go with their state or city. And since Cleveland just announced they will be changing the name of the Indians too, I figured maybe there's something we can do so these names aren't being offensive to Native Americans and the fans get to have their team name back. Follow me. Let's talk about the Washington Redskins first. Here's the simple fix. You can still call them the Redskins, but now it's a reference to the potato that is called a Redskin. Honestly, it's that simple. All we have to do is take the current logo and change it to a Redskin potato. And you can leave the feather on it because it's just a potato with a feather. Now the announcers and fans and everyone can go back to calling Washington the Skins or the Redskins because this is no longer insulting to Native Americans because this is no longer about Native Americans. Washington has to technically root for a potato, but they can have fun with this and they can come up with fun ways to deal with it. They called their offensive line the Hogs, right? They called their receivers the Fun Bunch. So now they can call a team a sack of potatoes. Okay. How about the Cleveland Indians? Okay, this is a tough one. But if we simply change it to the Cleveland Himdians, H-I-M, the Himdians, then it sounds really close to the old name, but it's a reference to some sort of fictitious male human being, a Himdian. You can keep the face they used. All we have to do is remove the feather and maybe add a fez. And see? Now it's just a funny looking guy with a big smile wearing a fez. He's now a Himdian. Okay, the Chicago Blackhawks is easy too. The Atlanta Hawks in the NBA use a bird as their team name. Well, Chicago is the Blackhawks. So just get rid of the Native American logo and make the logo a hawk, except it's black. Blackhawk. Now the Chicago Blackhawks are a bird and not a reference to some Native American tribe from that region. This is so simple, people. The Atlanta Braves can stay the Braves, but the logo is now someone who's brave, not a Native American, so it's not about Native Americans, but about Americans who live in the home of the brave, which makes them brave. We are all brave. It's not about Native Americans, it's just about Americans who live in America, which is the home of the brave. For the Kansas City Chiefs, this is really simple. Seriously, all you have to do is change out the logo with a headshot of Edward Platt. You know who that is? He played the Chief on the TV show Get Smart. So now the Kansas City Chiefs stayed the Chiefs, but the reference is the Chief from Get Smart. And they can call the locker room the cone of silence and do other fun things to play off the new logo reference. They can change the mascot to Jaime, the robot. Come on, this is easy if we just keep an open mind. I'm a problem solver. You got a problem? I got a solution. Look, these might not be ideal solutions, but you got to admit, they do give these cities and their fans a chance to keep the original name. It's just the logo that changes. And people might embrace potatoes and blackbirds. I mean, having no name is really weird and sad in a way. I don't want to have fans to have to call their beloved teams the Washington football team or the Cleveland baseball team. I want the fans to be able to say the Redskins or the Himdians. Well, okay, Himdians is a little bit of a stretch, but you got a better idea.